Welcome back, everyone, to the Deep Dive. Today, we're tackling something that's, well, a real headache in big AV setups.
Mhm.
How do you get all those signals, video control data across a huge room or building?
Without running just miles of different expensive cables, yeah. It's a constant challenge.
Exactly. And that brings us to our focus today, the Kramer TP-590TXR. It's a transmitter. Our mission really is to unpack how this one box simplifies all that complexity. We're talking 4K video, USB, even old-school control signals.
All streamlined over a single, simple, twisted pair cable. It sounds almost too good to be true sometimes.
And yeah, defining it, the TP-590TXR is basically an all-in-one extender: video, audio, IR for remote control, USB, serial control like RS-232, and network data.
So it bundles everything.
It does. It's built for reliability, high performance, and crucially, long-distance transmission, turning maybe 6 different cable runs into just one.
Okay, let's unpack that core problem it's solving. It's about the mess and costs in big venues, right?
Hmm.
Conference centers, universities, that kind of thing. Precisely. Think lecture halls, large corporate spaces, anywhere you need signals far from the source.
But 4K video, that stuff is sensitive. Normal HDMI cables, they kind of give up after, 50 feet maybe?
Yeah, 50 feet is pushing it for reliable, high-speed HDMI, especially at 4K. Quality drops off fast.
So wait a minute. The spec sheet says 590 feet. That's a massive jump. How does the technology, this HDBaseT 2.0, actually manage that?
HDBaseT 2.0, that's where the magic, or rather the engineering comes in. It's an industry standard designed exactly for this problem. The reach, 590 feet, that's the headline feature. It uses clever signal management, robust error correction.
Okay.
And it's all optimized for standard twisted pair network cable, like Cat6. That's the key. It ensures that 4K signal integrity holds up where HDMI on its own just wouldn't stand a chance.
And critically, without sacrificing the quality, the sources we looked at are clear. It handles full 4K resolution.
Full 4K.
It's HDCP compliant, which is vital for protected content, supports 3D. And, importantly, the high-end audio. Dolby True HD, DTS HD, master audio.
Right. You're not losing that cinema quality experience just because of the distance. That fidelity is maintained across nearly 600 feet. Pretty impressive.
So this extender idea, let's talk consolidation. What specific signals are we talking about bundling onto that one cable?
Okay, yeah, the list is quite extensive. It really bridges the gap between modern needs and, well, some older systems too. You've got your main HDMI input for the video and embedded audio. There's also a separate mini jack audio input if you need that.
Right.
Then you have USB, a Type-B port, usually for things like interactive whiteboards or KVM control, and a standard RJ45 network pass-through.
Okay, so video, audio, data. But the control systems, that seems like where the real complexity often lies in these installs.
You got it. Because you often need to talk to older existing equipment in a building. Projectors, screens, lighting systems. So it includes an IR output that's your standard infrared remote signal extension. And crucially, 2 RS-232 serial ports.
RS-232, that's the old school rock-solid standard for institutional control, right?
Exactly. Think complex lighting rigs, older video matrix switchers, things that don't use network control. This device lets you keep that legacy gear integrated with modern 4K sources.
And it supports PoE, Power over Ethernet.
Yes, that's another big plus. The receiver unit at the other end doesn't necessarily need its own power brick. It can draw power directly over that same network cable carrying all the signals.
So for you, the listener, why does this matter? Well, this level of consolidation means potentially huge savings. Less cable to pull, less conduit, less installation labor.
Absolutely. Big time and cost savings.
And the sources point out it's TAA compliant. That's usually a requirement for government contracts, right? Suggests a focus on security and reliability.
Right. TAA compliance signals it meets specific manufacturing origin requirements, often needed for federal and serious commercial jobs. It's definitely not just a consumer gadget.
Which fits with the supplier info we saw. Sold by HDTV Supply. Seems like they've been around a while.
Yeah, they mentioned being in the business for over 20 years, adds a bit of context. The price point, currently around $512, down from an MSRP of $640.
Decent discount.
It is. But honestly, the most telling detail about its reliability, its commercial focus, is the warranty.
Ah, yes. That really stood out.
Yeah.
Kramer offers a 7-year warranty on this. 7 years.
That's huge in this industry. It
Yeah.
screams manufacturer confidence. They expect this thing to last in demanding environments running constantly. Free USA shipping, too, which is nice.
Okay, so let's wrap up this deep dive. The Kramer TP-590TXR. It seems like a real problem solver, a workhorse using HDBaseT 2.0.
Definitely. Tackles those complex wiring nightmares head on.
It consolidates everything: high bandwidth, 4K video, quality audio, USB data, network, even those legacy IR and RS-232 control signals.
All onto one standard twisted pair cable.
Over distances up to 590 feet. Huge installation savings potential and backed by that incredibly long 7-year warranty for peace of mind.
Which leaves us with a final thought. Considering how complex AV standards are getting, 4K, HDR, immersive audio like Dolby True HD, and you still have all this existing gear needing control via things like RS-232,
Right.
how might this ability of HDBaseT 2.0 to just funnel all of that down, a single common network cable, fundamentally change how we design and budget for smart buildings in the future? Commercial spaces, government facilities, it feels like a significant shift.